take this time to reflect on all things that could have been and will be. Salutations, Snowdrift County. This is your community news. Citizens, today is a slow news day. After Sheriff Walters announced the reward for any thieves around Market Street in Bromdale, just about everyone in the small metropolitan city were caught and are now serving up to 8 months in Winston Correctional Facility. I gotta say, I am both proud and disappointed in all of you. Proud of you for upholding the law, but disappointed for breaking it yourselves. While most of the people caught stealing from the stores on Market Street were reported with video evidence from the store employees themselves, quite a few customers did the same to the employees. Due to short staffing, the following retail stores in Bromdale are closed. All of them. Well, actually not all of them. That's just a bit of exaggeration. The Bromdale grocer will still be open. Trish Germain was the only employee of the large food store to not be found guilty of thievery. Trish denied the gift card reward for the 50 people that her evidence led to the arrest of. Instead, she negotiated with the sheriff for the release of her daughter Annie, until such a time that she is convicted of breaking into the Forbidden History section of the Bromdale Library. It is understood that Trish would want Annie to be released, as it has been well over a year since she was arrested with no representation willing to come to her defense. Thankfully, the sheriff is a kind woman and allowed the yet-to-be-convicted delinquent out of custody. So with tear-filled eyes, a mother and her daughter are reunited. In order for the Bromdale grocer to stay open during regular hours, Annie has been taken on as a new staff member and will be trained directly under her mother. Well, that's good. At least we don't have to mush all the way to the Kirkman Farmers Market for food until everyone gets out of Winston Correctional. Actually, you know what I realize, citizens? In spite of how essential the farming community is to the welfare of this county, we almost never really get to report news from Kirkman. Since we got time for it today, let's take a look at the plant growers and animal herders of our community. O Eye of Sethagwa, open to me. O chilling God, through the power of radio I invoke you. Let me see all that lies in this snow. Well, nothing too different from the usual is happening out there. The workers in the warehouse are tilling the black soil to plant new seeds. Looks like they're starting up root vegetables this month. As for the animals, looks like they're under the care of the students of Kirkman School for Agriculture. They're trying to herd the sheep into the warehouse, but the door is so large that it is impossible to keep the fuzzy animals indoors. Another group of students, along with the teachers, tried to do the same for the cows, but they gave up and just placed specially made coats for them to stay outside with. Hopefully they'll be okay for the night. If not, there will be half-off steaks at the farmer's market. Oh, also, since there's not enough people to properly deliver food around the whole county, there's just far too much stock at the market to sell. So everything is currently going for 25% off. Might take a while to get there if you're from Winston or Blairsville, but if you buy your food in bulk, it's definitely worth the trip. For now though, let's return to the news. We'll look into what's happening around the county later. Due to so many people in the county currently being incarcerated, the following community activities have been postponed until further notice. Wow, this is a long list. It might be better just to list the ones that are still going on. So far, it looks like the only thing that's not canceled or postponed are Sing-Along Night at Maligan's on Wednesday and some meeting for the Congregation of the Peaceful Meadow. I don't get why they keep sending me these announcements. All news directly from the congregation is disallowed on the airwaves under order from the Church of Sethagwa. Seriously, Matthew, stop sending us these flyers. Alright, got that out of the way. Next story. Since the grinning obelisk fell, Aaron Rivers has been regularly spotted around the town of Princeton, appearing wherever a snow devil is sighted. No one recalls where he comes from, but he shows up whenever one of the twisting vortexes of snow is noticed. With a wave of his hand, the gray-skinned man in matching coat and black fedora conjures water from the sky. Many citizens report the air getting warmer before the event happens, though. These events last long enough to drench the snow, and before they are over, Aaron is gone. The frequency of these sightings have placed Preston, and in particular Preston Square, at a permanent code teal. All sightings of Aaron Rivers must be reported at a special hotline at. Attempts to apprehend him are encouraged, but do not do so alone. We will take this bringer of chaos down. For now, though, let's take a look at the traffic. Citizens, the eye is alerting me that something is happening here in Wardenclyffe. From the caverns to the south of our town, a group emerges. It is the return of the remainder of the congregation of the Peaceful Meadow, who have disappeared into the Wardenclyffe caverns during the fall of the grinning obelisk. It seems that the caverns did protect them from the wrath of the toothy black stone when it fell. I wonder what took him so long to finally come back to the surface. Oh, it seems I have a call from one of our listeners, folks. One moment. Hello? Oh, sure. Okay, I'll get that right on the air. Everyone, that was Leah Grady. She has the following message for her husband, Gene. If you can hear this, you better run home. Leia has been worried sick. If you're gonna run off with your cult, at least have the nerve to tell your wife. She thought you froze to death and went to meet the Lord. After this stunt, she'll make you wish you did. Oof. Good luck, buddy. For the rest of you, though, let's take a look at our horoscopes. As always, these horoscopes have been brought to us by Jane Golding, head of the divination department at Blairsville Academy. Aries, you will find yourself in a small box. Taurus, you will find yourself in a small box. Gemini, you will find yourself in a small box. Citizens, I think something is wrong here. Give me one moment while I call Jane and get this cleared up. Hey, Jane, it's Nick. Wheeler, from the radio station. I'm doing fine. Look, I'm reading the horoscopes right now, and they all say the same thing. They are? So nothing's wrong. Okay, Jane, thank you for your time. Well, folks, that makes my job easier. All horoscopes say that we will find ourselves in small boxes, because that's all life is. A box you call home, a box you call work, and eventually, a box you call your grave. But in this case, it refers to most of the citizens in jail. Now, folks, Sarah Lipman from Icy Paws Veterinary Services needs some help with homing some new critters taking up space in the animal hospital. The strange animals came out of the North Packer Woods to the west of Blairsville. They look like the typical predatory cats that keep the Wendigo population down on that side of Stillwater Pond. but they are much smaller, and only have 4 legs instead of 6. I have one with me here in the booth. It's small enough to cradle in my arms, covered in white fur with a large brown and black striped patch on its back. It's looking up with me with these big blue eyes. I must say, this thing is adorable. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a handsome boy? Who's a handsome boy? You are. Aw, citizens, it's purring. Sarah told me they had about 20 of these things wander into the county. I think I'm gonna keep this one. With its little claws, it would help with some of the pest control around the house, too. Hopefully the dogs will also enjoy the extra company. If anyone would want to see or even adopt one of these cute little animals, talk to Dr. Libman at Icy Paws Veterinary Services. Okay, go on, little cat. You won't go? You want to play? Citizens, I'm gonna play with this tiny animal for a bit. In the meantime, here's a word from our sponsors. We all want to interact with people, but some of us do not wish to brave the cold for longer than necessary to find new people to talk with. Well, the developers of Chillstream and Sauna have been working together to help bring us all together. By connecting your Chillstream and Sauna accounts, you can watch your favorite shows simultaneously with an active chat box at the bottom. You can even host video calls so that you can each watch each other's reactions. Connect your accounts now. Let your social and entertainment worlds collide. Watch together with Chillstream and Sauna.
By using the service, you give all rights to your data and all video pertaining to this service to Chillstream and Sauna. I have either of the accounts for the past 5 years, you have already agreed to this.
And we're back. The creature has run off and is now sleeping in a cardboard box in the corner. So let's get back to the news. Maligan's Pub and Grill is having a special event for the next few months. Due to so many people of the county being locked up in Winston Correctional, Maligan's Pub and Grill will be open to patrons of all ages for the next few months. For those of you who are under the legal drinking age, Henry has made a set of non-alcoholic cocktails such as Cola, Shirley Temples, and, for the adventurous teen, the Red-Eyed Boilermaker. All non-alcoholic beverages will be 25% off every weekday after school until dusk. Jenna O'Mallaghan will also be willing to help any students from Bromdale Public Schools with their homework during this time, since most of their parents aren't able to for the foreseeable future. Danielle said that they would also be willing to help with tutoring as well. Anyone interested can just ask them in class. Maligan's would be a perfect meeting spot. Now, in spite of all the things going on with everyone being incarcerated at Winston Correctional Facility, we still have some exciting news from Blairsville Academy. The engineering students have recently made some amazing new developments in motor technology. As we all know, the putrid black fluid we call oil has all been drained from the caverns littered throughout and under our county, while those in the engineering department have been working with the chemistry and botany departments to develop a new plant-based fuel. By synthesizing the indica plant, everyone in the 3 departments were able to create a black, mildly flammable fluid that could work as a proper alternative to oil. After testing it on a motor they have obtained, they did find it does work as a good lubricant for the gears. However, they're still working at distilling the indica oil into a proper fuel, but it does work as a good alternative for your standard 5W30 without having to search it out in the caverns. Mass production on the new oil is still underway though, as the only batch of the stuff is still being studied at Blairsville Academy. Oh, and for those of you wondering where they got a working motor, all the engineering students pooled what money they could get together and bought the vehicle that the Germains arrived in our county with. They discovered how it moves. Turns out it uses the wheels alone to move around. The wheels are made of a smooth rubber with semi-deep lines indented into the surface. No wonder they couldn't get further than Kirkman. Those things would lose traction the moment you went a block away. Gotta have a good track over the wheels in order to get around in something like that. Thankfully, the money was enough that Edward was able to buy a sled and is currently looking to train a team of dogs over on Main Street, where the wild pack is still cutting through. They still haven't come through Winston or Wardenclyffe in almost a year now. Anyone looking to get a new dog for their pack, or Even new sledders are having a hard time getting around since they don't have a full team of 6. And it seems that's the final news story for today. Really is a slow day today. Need to fill up the rest of the time here. Oh, I just realized. There wasn't any news from Winston today. Strange, since most of the county is currently there. Let us peer once more through the eye of Sothagua. Let us look at the sleepy little town of Winston. Over at the correctional facility, the courtyard is completely clear of snow. Same with all the roads in town. It's actually cleared out enough for everyone to get their sleds through. Even the parking lot of the medical center and Mary B's family restaurant. Everyone at Winston Correctional Facility must have been really busy throughout the day to clear everything out like that. Looks like Meredith has a few of the guards and convicts in the restaurant now. Must be thanking them for clearing the snow out from her lot. Perhaps I should call up Jo and have her meet me and Danielle there for dinner when she gets on break. I hear they're having a special on country fried chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy. Delicious. Alright, citizens. The eye is closing, so that means our time is up. For those of you in Winston Correctional Facility, stay strong. I hear that the mayors are looking to shorten the sentences. And to the rest of you, curl up next to the fire and prepare for slumber. Good night, Snowdrift County, and stay warm.
Salutations Snowdrift is a Broken Unicorn Studios production, written and performed by Nicholas Gold. All music was provided by Kevin MacLeod. Check out his stuff at incompetech.filmmusic.io. Want to keep up with what we're doing? Feel free to subscribe. Have any comments or questions? Want to help out with the show? Send us an email at brokenunicornstudios@gmail.com. And thank you for listening.